There are basically four main modules: maintain, manage, operate, jump. Okay.
Okay.
Maintain is basically for masters creation or the masters which are already there inside CargoWise. And
Mm-hmm.
if we if we are referring to account, if we go to maintain account, you will find that a full list of chart of account, basically bearing certain charge codes and GL accounts. These GL account and charge codes are already available once you purchase CargoWise. Okay, these are
Okay.
standard GL accounts which are used globally. Now, if
Okay.
suppose any additional GL account or any additional charge code is required to be created inside CargoWise, everywhere you will find new option. Just to click on new and create new charge code, or if you want to create new GL account, you will have to go to the GL section, and there you can create new GL account. Okay, there are certain rules which have to be followed once you are going to create. So this we will understand in the training sessions, but these are
Okay.
basically masters under maintain. Okay,
Okay.
other for masters creation, other options are available here under maintain, that is apportionment template. If I click here, if I want to create a new apportionment template rule, then I need to go here and create a rule like for which department or for which branch you want to apportion cost. Okay,
Okay.
suppose you are
Okay.
receiving rent from a part of the premises which you have let out, and you want to
Hmm.
distribute that in percentage, or if there is any cost which you want that it should be distributed or divided in various branches or departments, that rule you can create, and at the time of posting of your AP invoice, that rule can be selected so that it actually breaks into each department or branches as per the percentage. Now, bank account creation. Suppose
Okay.
you deal in several banks. Like here, if you see bank account, in my training system, 8 records, 8 bank accounts already created. Suppose a new bank account has to be created for using. I'll go to new, and from here I can create a new bank account. For creating new bank account, we need to actually have a unique GL code. Okay, the rule is that one bank should be linked with one GL code. There cannot be one GL code with different banks, or vice versa. We cannot use. It should be unique. So you can see here whether it is masters creation or masters which are already there. For that we need to go to maintain. For accounts finance we have to go to maintain account. Checkbook creation, if your company actually issues check to the vendors or not. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sanjeev. I'm listening.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, if you do, then checkbook has to be created in the system. If you click on checkbook, go to new, and here we can create checkbook and link to certain bank account, branch code, start lift, check lift starting and last. We have to map like this, and current number. Suppose you went live, and at the time of going live, the checkbook lift number was 10. Then current number we will put 10 here and proceed further. This way we can
Okay.
create new checkbooks in the system, and at the time of uh, issuing checks, it will take in sequential order. Suppose you pass one entry related to the payment, then it will take check number 10. The next time if you create and post inside CargoWise, it will take 11 by, it will take in sequential of form, okay?
Okay.
Creator groups and debtor groups, these groups can be created like suppose I take right now, these are the debtors group already created inside CargoWise, like third party company, intercompany, local debtors, overseas debtors, or special group which created. These groups
Okay.
can be created, and if you want to take out a report based on the debtor groups or creditor group, it will become very easy to take out a report based on the creditor or debtor groups, like overseas agent.
Understood.
In the organization masters, we need to map like what kind of the debtor is, and based on that mapping, okay, if you want to take out a report for all the overseas agent related outstanding or overseas agent related uh, information, so that reports are available. We need to map actually.
Okay.
Multi-language mapping is also there. uh,
Okay.
your company, if I ask, all the chart of account is in English or is you use in your local language? I believe your company is
It is
based at US, so it will be English only.
it is English. Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, it is not required. Global charge code. If I ask you RTW, you will be using this login, or there are certain group companies also with RTW.
There are group companies, and I think most of the companies will be onboarded on CargoWise. So I think we should look at a global charge code.
Okay, then we need to map this, and uh, for this, if I get the login credential of yours, I will send
Hmm.
you the whole list of chart of account, and
Okay.
you need to advise us which
Yeah.
all chart of account would be you be using globally. Okay, so that I will share
Okay.
with.
Okay.
Then intercompany charge code mapping or intercompany case postings will also be there. Obviously,
Yeah.
suppose suppose in group company, one company is based at US, your RTW, and the other company suppose is based at India. For art from RTW, if you are posting one invoice for your India company, okay, just like India company will become your debtor, and for India company, if they log in and go there, that invoice they will find as the creditor invoice. They will have to actually import and post that invoice. So AR will
Okay.
become AP. So that cases, that
Okay.
scenarios are there in your login companies or not?
There will be definitely there will be these
Yeah.
scenarios.
Yes. Then we'll have to use these kind of
Yeah.
intercompany charge code mappings, or if global charge code is actually created and it has to be used globally, then we can do postings that way. Okay.
Right.
For all your login companies, there will be standard tax ID. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I believe in your US login, tax IDs are not there. If you
Tax
log
ID
in,
will obviously be there. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So for I'm telling that suppose there is one group company which is India based. If you log into
Right.
India, you will find all the tax IDs which is actually applicable in Indian context. Like here,
Yeah.
I have logged
Yeah.
into India and I can
Okay.
see here 24 records, mean 24 tax IDs are there. In
Right.
your login, US login, there will be US based tax IDs. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
override groups can also be created. Like
Okay.
within state, if suppose you have to build to a party which exists in within state of your organization proxy UN loco,
Hmm.
then for Indian context, GST will be applicable. Outside state, IGST will be applicable. And there can be a scenarios where you have to bill to overseas agent. Then in that case, a different kind of tax rules can be created in the system. Okay.
Right.
So this can be created through tax override groups.
Okay.
So and for each and every just like under maintain, if I mean account, you see here report section is there where you can have a full list of reports available. Like for chart of account, these reports are available here.
Yeah.
If I go to manage, under manage, basically if you see accounts person has to come to manage, and here main working of accounts executive will be under manage only, like receivable, payables, cash book. Okay, general ledger,
Right.
these kind of entries can be done through manage only.
Okay.
Like suppose there are vendor related invoices and we need to post, then we have to go to manage payable, and under payable we have to come to payable transactions, and from here we need to go to new drop down option. A new invoice can be created, new credit note can be created. If suppose vendor, there is
Yeah.
certain cases where vendor has issued credit note and you have to do posting inside CargoWise, then that can be
Right.
done. If any journal
Okay.
entry has to be done under payable section, then we have to go to new journal here. If there is any transfer related entry, like if I click on new transfer, you can see from one account to another account, means from one payable account, if we have to transfer certain money, certain amount to different creditor, so that can be done through new transfer. New contra is
Okay.
also there. New contra is also there, basically from receivable to payable kind of scenarios.
Yeah.
Uh, or basically, suppose one party is there and there is certain setting with another party, and for their outstanding dues, some other party has to be paid. So that kind of entries can be passed here. It will not actually transfer the invoice from one party to another. It will just be a transfer entry,
Hmm.
and
Understood.
we can use a settlement group for matching and closing those kind of
Okay.
transactions.
Okay.
Okay, under payable, uh, new payment can be created like here and posted here.
Yeah.
Overhead cost apportionment can be done. So, as I told you that in if we map here under maintain account apportionment template, if created, we need to go to manage payable transactions, and
Yeah.
new drop down option. We have to go here new overhead cost apportionment, and here we need to select that apportionment rule. Like here, we have created rental apportionment. Okay,
Hmm.
if I put amount 1 lakh, suppose, then based on rule, it has actually distributed 60% of this to Delhi branch, 20% for Bangalore branch and 20% for Chennai branch. So this way
Yeah.
rule, if created, we have to use the apportionment template and post those entries. If you
Right.
run the report, if you run the report based on branch, you will find
Mm.
these bifurcations there in branches.
Okay. Okay.
That can be done in CargoWise.
Okay. Yeah.
Same way, under payable section, if suppose there is any claim and query related to the payables vendors, so that entry can be done inside the system, so that at any point of time you will have a report on the issues or matter related to the vendor invoices. That can be done. Hot check is available inside CargoWise. The hot check is just like register entry of any check. It is not posting of that check, because suppose a runner boy is going uh, to the shipping line, and at the time he is moving out, you told him to go there with a blank check, and whatever be the amount you put there and give it to the shipping line, so that the DO can be released or other documents can be released. At that point of time, you issued hot check. It is just register entry of that check with valid check number with maximum amount. Suppose if I go to hot check new, you see here actual amount on maximum amount. You will have to use that maximum amount, suppose 10,000, because you don't know the actual amount. Okay, and at the time of passing a payment entry, system will prompt that there is a hot check against this vendor. So do you want to use that? If selected, it will ask for the actual amount, and then you can post against that hot check. Till the time it is hot check, it will not going to affect your financial reports.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Now there is one submodule by invoice approval. So invoice approval mechanism, you have those matrix or not? Like there is
Yeah, we
certain
will have
vendor
those
invoice.
metrics. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So in CargoWise there is again invoice approval matrix, and there is certain setting in registry, okay, which we have to actually map and configure inside CargoWise system, so that uh, it can be followed. And for that there will be a slab like authorization settings for invoice approval. Suppose you want that up to 10,000 only level 1 can actually approve. Up to 50,000 level 2 will also be involved. Up to 1 lakh level 3. So these kind of configuration can be done inside CargoWise, okay? And in that one will first request can be processed, and once it is requested, then the next level will be approve of approval. If approved, it can be directly posted there, or the executive which are being given the security right after approval, they can post those in vendor invoices. That is there inside CargoWise. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
In incomplete invoice section is also there. Suppose you are trying to post vendor invoice, and in the midst you found that there is some issue, and you don't want to post. So you can save as incomplete, and once you found out, like suppose there was certain missing digit in amount, so at that point of time that point of time you held that invoice. So you can save it as incomplete invoice, and once the clarification is made, you will post that invoice
Okay.
through incomplete. Like right now, if I go to incomplete, you can see here there are four incomplete invoices. Means these invoices right now, if not posted, it is appearing in incomplete, means it is not going to affect your financial report right now. But
Okay.
you found that okay, the mistake has been located. It is 64, not 64. Last digit was missing. It is now 65. Then if you post, if you click on post right side bottom,
Okay.
then it is going to affect
Okay.
or your report. Okay. Till the time
Okay.
you have not posted and saved as incomplete, it is
Hmm.
not going to affect any financial reports.
Okay.
Match transaction. Through match transaction, we can directly go to match window. Like
Hmm.
here, if I click on match transaction, go to new, see
Hmm.
we are in matching window. And suppose I select vendor code, all the entries related to this particular vendor is appearing here. Now we need to like payment, move down, and the invoice related entry, you can again move it down, and then we can match and close. Like if I see here invoice, basically this is different case, but invoice is 3000 and payment entry, if we make like this, you can see
Hmm.
balance is zero. Now we can match and close.
Okay.
So from match directly we can go to match window, and we can pull out all the invoices, receipt, payment, whatever the entries are, and
Hmm.
then we can match and settle the account.
Okay.
And at the matching window, one more thing I would like to mention here. Like at the bottom, you can see here discount is there, exchange gain loss, bank fee. We can pass the entry, and that entry will be journal entry. And suppose there is certain mismatch and balance is showing 10 INR or 20 INR, or if it is in USD, 10 USD, 20 USD, and you found out that okay, this balance is related to exchange gain loss, you can click on here, exchange gain loss, new, click here, it will ask for the amount,
Okay.
and we can pass that entry
Okay.
from there only.
Okay.
Payable inquiries is like same kind of dashboard you will find in payable transactions also. But here under payable inquiries dashboard, you will find at the bottom, you will find the details related to aging of the invoices or credit limit if set inside CargoWise, credit limit availed, those kind of information you will find there. At the bottom, you can see account balance and credit
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
So this is my test system, and the setting has not been done. That's why it is not pulling that credit limit and other details. But
Okay.
if you do those setting in organization masters, that will appear.
Okay.
Payment processing is also there inside CargoWise for payables. Like if I click here,
Hmm.
go to new,
Hmm.
you can see here at the bottom authorization first level, second, third. So those kind of payment processing approval metrics
Okay.
can be actually configured inside CargoWise.
Okay.
Okay, just for payment
Okay.
processing.
Okay.
And for all these, we need to have the group to whom we will actually give the security right to approve. Okay. Suppose level 1, we want that level 1 executives can only approve, and 10,000 is the amount. And in level 1, A, B, C, 3 employees are there. If we map those and once the amount is less than 10,000, all or among A, B, or C, any executive can go there and authorize those payment, and then system allows you to match and close, to match before actually authorization is done. But
Okay.
once matched, it will ask for the authorization level, and once approved and it is done, then only finally it will be posted.
Okay.
Like system allows you, if you follow through AP payment processing, it will allow you to match against any of the invoices.
Okay.
But it will appear here. Like let me show you. But those entries will appear here under payment processing. You see here,
Mm.
and first approval, second approval, third approval. If it is there, it will show you. Like here, if you see this one,
Mm.
first approval, first approval. The name was Mudassar Gauri, and he has approved.
Okay.
And first approval up to 1,000. You can see here it is
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
If approved, it will
Mm.
show here on this dashboard as well.
Mm.
And status is cancelled means after that it was cancelled at first column.
Mm.
Okay, PST will PST is like posted.
Mm.
First row, if you see APP is like approved.
Mm.
So from this dashboard also, you can have an idea that whether it was processed, whether it was approved, posted, or at what status it is right now.
Okay.
And the person who is the executive who is authorized can actually approve, or posting can also be done there.
Okay.
So purchase order is also there inside the system. This is basically related to the vendor to whom we have certain agreement. We can actually put those details, like here supplier code, we have to put the organization proxy code here, and we status and other details can be put here.
Okay.
And okay, purchase orders. in that in those scenarios we can actually map inside CargoWise, and CargoWise allows up to 3 level: first level, second level, third level. And we can have certain amount ranges, like purchase order. If if it is below 1 lakh, then level 1 will approve.
Mm.
Okay. And in level 1 there are 3 executives.
Mm.
Above 1 lakh but up to 5 lakh, you want that level 2 will be approving. And
Mm.
for level 2 it is employee E or F.
Mm.
So that can be configured. And then beyond 5 lakh, level 3. So that top management you can actually map like that. So if any order, if any purchase order entry which has to be done here, and and it is related to it is above 5 lakh amount, then system will not allow you pass that entry. If you go to actions here for posting, placing order, it will not allow, it will ask you to approve first. And for approving, if those executives are there in that bracket, those executives can only approve these purchase orders, and then you can place order.
Okay.
Okay. And once order is placed, third step is that post account payable invoice. If it is posted, then it will appear in the uh, payable transactions dashboard once posted. Before
Hmm.
posting, it is just like entry inside CargoWise. That amount will not impact your financial reports. Before posting, it is just like register entry, and on dashboard you can
Yeah.
have those things. Okay.
Okay.
Same ways for receivable also you will find most of the uh, sub modules are like that only, like claims and queries. If related to any client or any debtor, those claims and queries related entry can be done here. Okay, so that at any point of time one can go there and check. Like suppose you are dealing with 500 debtors, 500 clients, and among that
Hmm.
500 clients, for 10 clients or 5 clients, there are certain disputes against certain invoices. So that
Hmm.
entry can also be done in CargoWise, so that at any point of time management may want to know that against actually cases there is certain dispute, and obviously any company would like to settle those disputes as early as possible for making good relationship with those debtors and moving forward in industry. So that kind of entries can be done inside CargoWise. Collection batch is also there for receivable, and in collection batch, if you go there, you will find all those right now it's not showing. Under collection call, if you go there and find all those entries, you can find here against those clients. Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Listening.
And if I go to, suppose I have selected this client, I click on view transactions. See, these are the transactions, 3 invoices and 1 credit note. Okay. If there is any claims and query, one can find here.
Okay.
And invoice related terms and all details will also be appearing here.
Okay.
And suppose if I right click here, go to actions, print document, print first reminder, second. Suppose there is any outstanding against this party, and if you want to send first reminder, second reminder, collection letter, any, or we can print statement of account from here as well against this party. Preview. See, this format is designed by our document customization team. But you can see here the statement of account for this party is appearing here. We can directly send this to the client
Okay.
against job number so and so, the debit amount, credit amount, total closing balance, and finally total closing balance is appearing on the document.
Okay.
And this kind of customized document is available. If any collection call is made, like if I go to edit, like suppose you have told your executive to give a call on weekly basis and asking for payment. That kind of entry can be done by the executive, like date of call, okay,
Okay.
like date of call, today's date,
Mm.
calling staff code, okay. Now status, closed, open, working, disposition, we can select the disposition drop down, like for what purpose I gave a call. So missing invoice or missing statement or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, that reason we can mention here, and contact person name to whom we contacted. Like so, if I select that organization, this at the top you can see AGX Logistics. So
Right.
that drop down of contact list, if in organization master, if it is updated, then we can directly select the contact person to whom we contacted on this particular date. So if this, and here narration can be made here, like whatever I want to type here, that what was, if we made a call, what was the output of that call, we can mention here and then save that. So for the next time, if we
Okay.
have to call, or suppose we discussed and they said that okay, the follow-up date, you give us a call on 10th, we can mention here follow-up date as 10th March.
Okay.
Now once this is done, saved, we can go here and follow-up date boys filter we can put here, like next week. See, this is the follow-up date 10th March 1. So this way collection call dashboard is very important again. And credit note approval, credit note related approval mechanism, if we want to follow the certain settings can be done in registry, and we can follow those metrics and pass those in.
Okay.
Again, here matching transaction window is there. Directly we can go to match transaction, pull out all those invoices and receipt whatever be, and collection. Receivable transaction window, if you go here, same way new drop down option is there. New invoice, new credit note, new journal entry, new transfer contra. Okay, receipt, suppose party has made payment and we want to pass receipt entry, we can directly go here. In CargoWise, periodic invoice section is also there. Suppose there are 10, 20 jobs and we need to uh, send one invoice to a client against those jobs. So we can actually make use of new periodic invoice and post. Obviously, you will also be using hello
Yeah. Go ahead.
that periodic invoice in your company you will also be using now. For suppose there are 10, 20 jobs and the client has said that the client wants only one invoice against those jobs.
Uh, it doesn't work with us like that, but I think it's a good feature to have. We don't
Yeah,
use something like that currently, but definitely yes.
yeah. So that feature is there.
Okay,
So you can use that
okay,
if required.
okay,
Now against receivable report section is there, just like in payable also report section was there.
right.
Receivable under receivable, if you go to reports, there are full list of reports you can see here, and aged outstanding report is there, transaction by transaction report is there, transaction by receivable account is also there. All transactions you will have, like suppose if I click here and if I go on ticking like invoice, credit note, adjustment, journal, receipt, payment, whatever entry was made, we can select certain period, and a single debtor organization can also be selected, so that you will have a full list of transaction report for that particular debtor. Click on preview. You can see against this the only three invoices entry are appearing. So whatever journal entry, receipt, payment, credit note, if you go on ticking, it will give you a full list of all those transactions report. Okay.
Okay.
Tax related analysis, detailed report or summary report is also there inside CargoWise. Even net ARAP transaction detailed report is also there. Suppose a company, an organization is receivable as well as payable also, and if you want to have a net report, okay, netting and then final figure, balance amount, whatever be,
Okay. Yeah.
those report are also there. Like if you want detailed report is there. If you want summary report is also there.
Okay.
Then cash book is also module is also there. In this we can actually go to cash book transactions, and new drop down option is there where you can pass new direct receipt or direct payment or new bank transfer. Suppose you want to transfer certain amount from one bank to another bank. Through cash book transaction, we can actually transfer amount from one bank to another. You can see from bank account to bank account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And new direct receipt or new direct payment can also be passed. Like if I go to new direct receipt, okay, to government organization, you actually made certain payment, and after some time it was found that you made extra payment and government has actually sent the amount in your account, and you have to pass receipt entry. So new direct receipt,
Hmm.
through that you can make use of the GL account against what purpose you have received this direct receipt. So that GL can be used, and
Okay.
bank will be there, and it will pass that entry. Same way
Okay.
for new direct payment is also there. Suppose you need to send payment to the government, so you will not use AP or AR. You will have to pass the entry through here only. New direct payment.
Okay.
Then bank reconciliation window is also there. Okay, one can reconcile the bank by going here. We have to select our bank. Like here, if I go here and select a bank, press tab, you can see up to 31st January it has popped means up to 31st January reconciliation was done, and total reconciliation error is 70,000. And in CargoWise there is a tick method. Like suppose you found this entry, you can tick here, and on ticking either reconciliation error will increase or decrease. Like if I tick here,
Okay.
it has decreased. If I tick
Right.
here, okay, it is decreasing. and
Yeah.
and deposit batch is there. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
deposit batch, if you tick, you see reconciliation error is decreasing. So
Right.
this way if you go on ticking, you will find the
Mm.
reconciliation error also changing. And once it is zero, it means all the
Okay.
entries are matched,
Mm.
which is actually in
Mm.
synchronization with your bank statement. So reconciliation can be done that way. If you don't find any entry here, and it is appearing in the bank statement, you can go there, like leave this window open, you can directly go to the receivable and pass that entry
Okay.
like new receipt, and then
Yeah.
again switch over to this here, and then you will find that entry, go on ticking, and reconciliation error can be removed. So
Okay.
two windows can be opened. Okay, two, you see, I am
Yeah.
switching over
Yeah.
from this window to this window.
Yeah.
Okay, this way one can do.
Okay.
Deposit batch and direct debit batch, these are again good feature inside CargoWise. And suppose you received certain checks, okay, and in your bank statement those checks are not appearing, then it is good that it should not go to bank reconciliation, it should be there in the deposit batch.
Okay.
If you go to deposit batch, go to new, you can see here, for ICICI Bank, there is one receipt appearing here, 15,000, and check number was there. Like, and in this case, what I can understand, that we have received a check worth 15,000, okay, but till date it is not appearing in the bank statement, and if not appearing, let it be in under deposit batch, and then once it appears on the bank statement, we'll post here at the bottom right side, bottom post. And post date can also be changed here. Okay, it cannot be
Okay.
the future date, it has to be
Okay.
either current date or previous dates, but we
Okay.
can post once it appears in the bank statement. Otherwise, leave it here so that you will have an idea. Okay, and there are certain report also that these entries are still lying and they are not finally posted, means not appearing in the bank statement.
Okay.
Same way, same way debit batch is also there. Go to new, bank account can be selected, like no transaction is appearing. So this, under this scenario, what will happen? Like you have issued check to the vendor, but it is not appearing in the bank statement till date. Means they have not actually deposited that check to their bank.
Hmm.
Then general ledger is there. Under general ledger, very important point is period management. You can see here we have to set certain financial period. Like in your case, US company, it will be January to December. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that period management means financial year has to be set inside CargoWise. This is one time activity, and at the time of we are on 31st March 2021. So obviously next financial year has to be created. So you can see here on the right hand side, set up new accounting year. Okay, if you go to set up new accounting year, it will ask continue, and you can see financial year 2022 is there, and again it is starting from April up to March because I have logged into India, and in India financial year starts from April to March. But you can see here there are 12 periods. In your login it
Hmm.
will be January will be 01 and December will be 1 2 period like
Right.
this, and you can fetch
Right.
report based on this. and
Okay.
and through period management you can close sub ledger. You can see right hand side, close sub ledger period, close GL
Yeah.
period, and close GL period for adjustment. These kind of icons are available. Suppose for all AR AP related receipt payment or cash book related direct receipt, direct payment, all those entries have been done.
Yeah.
Okay, and ARAP invoices have been done. Then in that case, you can close sub ledger period.
Okay.
GL postings, all journal actually entries are done for ARAP and all, and then you can close this GL period. And once the adjustment related entries for that particular period has been done, you can close the GL period for adjustment. For
Okay.
any period, you can see there are three blocks. For any period, three blocks. Means for a particular year, it will be 33 blocks. If all 36 ticked, it means
Hmm.
that financial year is closed now. Like here, if you click on close subledger, it is asking if you want to close. Yes, now its subledger period is closed. Still, we are way back. Otherwise, it would have ticked here. Yeah, see, close
Yeah.
GL period. It is asking,
Yeah.
we have not closed from 2017 02. That's why it is asking if you want to close this period for GL. If I click yes, now it has closed that particular period for GL related posting. So this way, this can be done, and one can reopen the period also by right clicking here. Suppose I want to reopen this. So go there
Hmm.
and click on reopen period, but it will not directly reopen. It will ask you for a certain key, and for that key you need to send e-request to CargoWise. That the CargoWise team will provide you certain password key, and if you enter,
Okay.
then only the period will be reopened.
Okay.
Okay, any journal entry can be passed through this journal. If you click on journal, new, you can see here journal, journal, auto journal, reversing journal. Three options are available.
Okay.
Journal, general journal, from one GL account to another GL account, whatever debit credit can be passed entry can be passed here. Okay, if
Okay.
you select auto journal, like suppose if you want that every month certain amount should be deducted, okay, like depreciation related entry, if you want, you can pass the entry here and selecting auto journal drop down option. Every month it will pass entry on the last day of that particular month. And if it is reversing journal, if you select here, it will ask for the post period and reversing period. Suppose any, suppose I want that 2021-11 means for our login it is February, and 2021-12 is March. Like suppose I want, yeah, I want that certain entry to be passed in February, and reversal entry in auto mode to be passed in March.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that kind of entry can be done here by using reversing
Okay.
journal. And in
Okay.
case of reversing journal, on first day of next month, the reversing entry you can find there.
Okay.
Okay, like
Okay.
February, so last day
Hmm.
28th February, and
Hmm.
reversing entry will appear on 1st March.
Right.
And journal awaiting approval section is also there. We can have again we can configure in CargoWise on any journal entry which has to be passed. We can have certain slabs, authorization settings,
Yeah.
like up to 1,000 or up to 1 lakh. Level 1 can approve. So that kind of setting can be done in CargoWise. And till the time it is posted, all will appear in the awaiting approval section. Like here you can see there are 5 records and status. For first one it is REQ means requested, and last two are posted. PST means posted. It is still under requested means that is not going to affect your financial report. First three are not going to affect financial report till the time they are posted.
Yeah.
These are requested status.
Okay.
So that can be done in CargoWise.
Okay.
Budget section is also there. If you want to create budget for any particular GL, so you can create. Like right now, I go here. See, under rental, we have a budget for all 12 periods, and we have selected by period. Amount was 24,000.
Hmm.
So it has divided 12 by 12 and 2,000 for each period. It has
Hmm.
bifurcated. Okay,
Okay.
and this is budget. So this kind of budget can be created against the GL account. Like here, rental GL is 3510.00.00, and at any point of time we can have a report based on budgeted amount versus actual amount,
Okay.
so that you will have a fair idea related to variances and okay, how to
Yeah.
take necessary step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Job costing is there, which will be actually of importance for operations as well as accounts also. Like
Yeah.
if you go to job costing, WIPs and accrual,
Hmm.
and I have right now filtered for WIP
Hmm.
in January month. Go
Hmm.
there. There are 15 records which are appearing under WIP section. It means the estimate has been put, but those entries are not posted in CargoWise.
Right.
And you see job number is appearing, okay,
Yeah.
and WIP means sell estimate has been put. And
Yeah.
if you suppose this entry was done in the month of March, and
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, sorry, January, you can see here January,
Yeah.
that entry is posted in the month of January on 20th Jan.
Yeah.
It means 7,200. It is inflating revenue in that particular month
Hmm.
because that amount has not been posted.
Hmm.
It is just estimate.
Hmm.
And now if you don't want that inflated profit should appear in the month of January, then click on reverse and reverse on that particular date only, so that the effect of that WIP is nullified on the same date, and it will not give you inflated figure.
Hmm. Okay.
And then once actual posting has to be done, you can directly go and post there. So WIPs or accruals can be reversed on that particular date on which it was initially entered in the system. Like accrual January month, all accrual I am searching, and there are 18 records. Now,
Hmm.
if you see here, like this one,
Hmm.
on 12th January, or on 12th January, this accrual was posted inside CargoWise. Means estimate was put
Okay.
inside CargoWise. And once this estimate was put inside CargoWise for cost, obviously it is lowering your profit in that month for
Hmm.
by 625. And suppose you don't want, then again
Is
you
this
can go to
posted?
reverse.
Is this posted? Is this posted or not posted?
It is just like estimate has been put in the system, and based on the estimate,
Okay.
let me show you one thing here.
Yeah.
I can show you by going to job management. See, let us take first example. No, first
Okay.
not. Uh, yeah, let us take this example where under accrual 3000 is there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now go to view
Yeah.
and then go to open operational detail at the bottom.
Hmm.
Then go to billing section.
Hmm.
Here you see 3000 that was appearing there, and it is appearing in the not posted is not ticked. It means it is not posted yet.
Okay.
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 But 3000, as it is cost estimate, and
Hmm.
revenue side you see 3000 is posted.
Okay.
So based on these actually entries, the job profit is zero right now. You can see here
Right.
because revenue posted and cost part estimate was done
Hmm.
and the amount is same. That's why the
Hmm.
profitability is zero. Now,
Okay.
if you ask me that under which GL it is appearing 3000 on the cost side,
Hmm.
for this I will have to go to the charge code.
Okay.
See, this is the charge code, and till the time cost is posted, it means it is appearing in the accrual GL, this account.
Hmm.
Once posted, it
Hmm.
will switch over from this GL to actual cost GL. This,
Okay.
okay, it is just shifting. WIP means revenue estimate.
Hmm.
Once posted, it will switch over from this to this, and and at the background at the background system is passing one negative entry against this WIP to nullify the effect of WIP, and actual posting will be done.
Okay.
Same way for accrual. Right now,
Okay.
in this case, it is appearing in the accrual section. Once you
Right.
post, once you post this accrual, one opposite entry will be passed inside the system, and it will nullify the accrual, and actual cost posting will be done in this GL.
Okay.
Okay. And if you run the report of profit and loss,
Hmm.
go to manage general
Hmm.
ledger report, and if you run a report of P&L,
Hmm.
you see revenue accrued is 10.20. Wherever
Okay.
you find revenue accrued, it is 10.20,
Right.
and whenever it is cost accrued, it is 20.20.
Okay.
Means the estimate are put and not posted cases.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like here, if you see revenue accrued,
Hmm.
it means this entry was not posted till the time. Same
Okay.
way for cost accrued, this
Okay.
entry is appearing in the accrual section, is not posted. So,
Okay.
so P&L report, if you run, it will have the accrual figures also, and based on these accruals, you will find the gross profit appearing there.
Okay.
Where is that? Yeah, gross profit from operations.
Okay.
Okay. And one important point here is that revenue recognition, what kind of revenue recognition setting has been done. So right now, if I go to my CargoWise login, and we were in
Hmm.
this job.
Yeah.
So from job also, I can show you what is the revenue recognition style used in CargoWise
Okay.
for this login. You
Hmm.
can see here, revenue recognition type is IMM. IMM means immediate.
Hmm.
Immediate is just like once the cost estimate or revenue estimate is put in the system,
Hmm.
okay, revenue is recognized.
Right.
Now, there are other ways also, other revenue recognition styles are also there in CargoWise, like job open,
Hmm.
job closed, first AR invoice
Hmm.
posting, okay, arrival date,
Hmm.
departure date. These are all revenue recognition styles in CargoWise.
Okay.
Now it is up to you and your management to decide which revenue recognition style your company would like to adopt in CargoWise, or
Okay.
what kind of revenue recognition style right now you are following with your legacy system. So
Right.
may I ask
Right.
what kind of revenue recognition style you are following right now?
Sanjeev, I will discuss this separately.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
No problem. I will send
Yeah.
you one email also on this, and you need to confirm. Okay,
No problems. Yeah.
because this is very important point before going live. Those should be discussed. Like
Yeah.
if I give you a brief on this, I go to registry.
Hmm.
you see here, is the screen visible?
Yeah.
We can configure like this, like we can select shipment or any kind of job,
Hmm.
direction, like export, suppose,
Hmm.
mode, air,
Hmm.
sea, whatever, or any transport mode.
Okay.
Broker, it will ask all brokers, suppose. Now for export, if I want actual departure date,
Hmm.
departure,
Hmm.
okay, even offset days can also be made, like 3 days, 4 days.
Okay.
For for import, shipment, any mode,
Hmm.
arrival.
Hmm.
So even these kind of revenue recognition style can be selected in the system.
Okay.
Okay, for any other jobs or ad hoc jobs,
Hmm. Okay.
okay, warehouse ad hoc
Yeah.
job is there.
Yeah.
Suppose I want that for ad hoc job, it should be immediate basis.
Right.
Matlab, this this way one can create revenue recognition style.
Yeah.
And other styles, if you ask me, the other styles are like, see, job close date, job open date, first posting, post date of first AR transaction. So this way, there are various ways we need to actually configure what best suits for you, our company.
Right.
Now, if you ask me that, suppose if we select job closer,
Hmm.
now till the time job is not closed, where will that transaction appear?
Hmm.
Because if the job is not closed, it means revenue has not been recognized.
Right.
So on those scenarios, on those cases, it will system will pass the entry in suspense control account, whether revenue suspense control or cost suspense control. And
Okay.
once you close the job, that suspense control will be nullified and it will go to the actual.
Okay.
Same way for first AR. Like
Yeah.
suppose we select first AR transaction invoice posting. Now,
Hmm.
if suppose first invoice has been posted, obviously the revenue will be recognized.
Hmm.
Okay. Now suppose there is a scenario where vendor invoice has been received and we have posted that, but on that job, first AR posting has not been done. Then what will happen? System will not recognize the revenue for that particular job. So in that case, that entry will appear in cost suspense control account till the time first AR invoice is posted. It will appear in the suspense control.
Okay.
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 So
But this revenue recognition, we can set it differently for different types of verticals, or it will remain the same across all verticals.
yeah, we can have different, like for export we can have different, for import we can have different, for transport mode,
Yeah.
air we can have different style, sea we can
Yeah.
have different style.
Okay. So
Okay.
separately for each one of those. Okay.
Yeah, but we need to remember, if we are adopting different recognition style for different scenarios,
Yeah.
then your your operation or accounts manager should always remember that what is actually happening and
Hmm.
why it is appearing in suspense control, why some entries are appearing in WIPs and accruals. So that,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
So
Eh, Yeah.
it is suggested that you should follow one style and
Hmm.
most of the companies follow immediate as revenue recognition style, but it totally depends on
Hmm.
your management or your company's scenario,
Okay.
your company's
Yeah.
how you want.
Right.
Under immediate we have the provision. Under immediate, suppose we have uh, immediate revenue recognition style and the WIPs and accruals are appearing.
Hmm.
And if suppose monthly closure is being followed for all the jobs,
Hmm.
then whatever amount which is appearing in the WIPs and accrual, one can reverse, okay?
Yeah.
But if the amount is appearing in the cost suspense control or revenue suspense control account,
Hmm.
you cannot reverse that because there is no
Okay.
option in the system.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
based on, see, these are to system.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Further, we will discuss at
Yeah.
the time of configuring or at the time of implementation and all.
Right. Right.
I want to share one Excel sheet with you, which is
Okay.
financial account setup and
Yeah.
implementation sheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, brief, I have actually explained in brief, like
Hmm.
apportionment template we can create.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
suppose job branch wise or department wise, if you want to apportion certain cost, so
Hmm.
that can be done.
Hmm.
Okay, creation of bank account, creation of cash account,
Hmm.
accounting security rights can be given. Like suppose I would like to ask you that how many members will be using, if I take accounts perspective,
Hmm.
for accounts, how many executives will be using CargoWise?
Around 8, 7 or 8.
Seven or eight. And
Yeah.
in seven or eight, maybe some of them will be in a receivable entry section, some of them will be for vendor payable related entry section.
Right.
So what, see, in CargoWise, we can give security rights that for AR related posting, three members can do. For AP
Hmm.
related postings, other three members can be assigned. Now, nobody else can go there and post.
Hmm.
So that kind of settings can be done inside CargoWise. You need to tell us how to actually proceed further.
Yeah. Yeah.
Checkbook creation, creditor group, debtor group, these are all explained. This chart of
Yeah.
account I will share with you once I get
Okay.
your login,
Yeah.
standard chart of accounts, and then you need to actually advise. Right now, which actually system you are using, which software, under which
No,
software you are working?
it is a customized software. It's a customized ERP that we are using
Okay,
right now.
okay.
So it is end-to-end logistics ERP that is,
So,
yeah.
so in that customized ERP, the chart of account you are using, it bears GL account or it is just like account description and you are using that.
No, it bears the GL account also.
Okay. So that I will I will share with you CargoWise standard
Okay.
GL account, and
Okay.
parallelly your actually legacy system GL account will have to map,
Map.
will
Yeah.
have to check here, and
Right.
it is better that you switch over from that to CargoWise set of GL or
Hmm.
charge codes, so
Hmm.
that it will become easy for you or for the users. It will take some time to settle down, but
Right.
it will become very easy.
Hmm.
In the beginning, you will have to actually check that earlier you were using different GL code, and
Hmm.
now onwards you are going to use different GL code.
Right.
But it totally depends on you how you want to.
Okay.
Okay, so these we have
Yeah.
discussed. Again, sales and expense group also. If you create charge code and you put sales and expense group, so based on sales and expense group, you can take out report. Creation of
Hmm.
period management, in your case, it will be January to December. Now,
Yeah.
e-invoicing setup, not required. Charge code rules, you have to tell us. Exporter exemption, in your case, it is there or not? Like
No,
suppose
it is not there.
some of the vendors are, okay, some are appearing in special economic zone and
Yeah.
where tax is not applicable. If there is certain scenarios, then we can do it.
Okay.
Now, period reopen label, as I mentioned that we can reopen the period once
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
If you have to pass certain entry, that you will have to ask CargoWise. We will help you in that.
Hmm.
Okay, asking key from CargoWise, and if you re-enter that key, the period will be reopened, and then you can pass the entry and you can then close the period again.
Yeah.
And that period reopen level also you can assign certain group of executives or
Hmm.
managers who can only reopen the period, otherwise nobody else.
Yeah.
Bank transaction GL configuration, it will be unique for each bank. GL account, okay. Claim reason code, these are all that can be defined in the system. We will discuss later.
Yeah.
ARAP journal clearing account. Any journal entry related to AR and AP, if you pass and if you don't select any contra GL, it will pass in the ARAP journal clearing account
Okay.
just to balance.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. Profit share related configuration. You you follow that or not? Profit share. Suppose you have
Yeah.
to,
We profit share. Yeah. We follow that.
yeah.
So
So
that can be, yeah.
in CargoWise we can configure that. It
Okay.
will be based on the receiving agent share, uh, sending agent share,
Hmm.
okay, head
Hmm.
office share.
Okay.
So that can be configured in the system.
Okay.
And at the
Okay.
job level, if we have the option to click and it will pass one entry related to profit share. And
Hmm.
if you want that profit share to appear on the revenue side, it will go on the revenue side. Or if you want it to appear on the creditor side or
Hmm.
cost side, it will appear on that side
Hmm.
with plus sign or minus sign, whatever be the
Right.
prof, okay, if profit or loss, whatever.
Yeah.
Unapproved invoices, payment processing, these are all related to the authorization settings.
Hmm.
And I have mentioned already that there will be certain levels and
Yeah.
under certain levels we can actually assign staff members.
Right.
Notification group is also there inside CargoWise. We have to
Mm,
create a group and attach members in that group, and we can actually map like job reopen notification group.
mm,
Okay, we
mm,
can attach that group in the registry. Then what will
mm,
happen at the time job is reopened, notification will
mm.
go to that group members that this particular job has been reopened. Then the management can ask that why it has been reopened. Okay, at any point of time you will be notified.
Right.
Unmatching, so you will have a finer grip if notification is done. Okay. Otherwise, any executive can pass one entry. Then again, if he finds that, oh, this was wrongly done, they will go unmatch and then again match whatever the reversal can be done. If any unmatching or any reversal entry is passed in the system, if you are notified or management is notified, then they may ask that why it was wrongly done in earlier stages.
Okay. Okay.
Now comes migration of data. For migration of data, you will have to give in specific format which we will share with you. Okay, those format
Okay.
will be CSV formats, and in that format
Mm,
you have to give like opening checks, opening
mm.
AR balance, opening AP balance, or trial balance. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
since it is opening balances,
Yeah.
then we will be requiring that against this particular invoice number so and so, this is the amount which is outstanding. Or
Okay.
any receipt or payment entry has been done but not matched, obviously it will appear with the contra sign, like plus is for invoice,
Yeah.
then for
Yeah.
receipt it will appear with minus sign. So that kind
Right.
of data if in the prescribed format you provide us, then only migration of data or importing inside CargoWise can be done easily.
Okay.
And one important point is to be considered here. Like suppose in your legacy right now, your customized ERP, like any organization, if I ask you, you are using organization code there or it is full name?
It's a name primarily.
Name.
Yeah.
In CargoWise, if you go to CargoWise, maintain, master data, organization,
Mm,
go to new.
mm.
So or just I I go to this one, already created one.
Okay.
Oh, transport mode, why it is coming here? Yeah, you see here,
Mm,
the organization code is SANKUMDEL.
mm,
Okay, it takes basically the, if you see full name is Sanjeev Kumar.
mm.
The Sanjeev first three letter it has taken SAN.
Right.
Second word was Kumar, KUM, and
Right.
DEL it has taken from UN loco last three letter.
Okay.
So this way organization code is created inside CargoWise.
Okay.
Now, now based on this organization code, opening balances related entry can be passed in the system.
Okay.
Okay, how software will understand that a certain amount is outstanding for this particular organization. There
Hmm.
should be certain code,
Hmm.
organization code.
Hmm.
So in CargoWise there is code. If in your
Hmm.
legacy system there is no code,
Hmm.
then what we can do in CargoWise we will create those organizations and
Hmm.
we will have certain codes.
Yeah.
Against those codes you will have to provide us the data like
Hmm.
this is the opening balances against this
Hmm.
particular code. So this
Okay.
way it can be done.
Okay.
For any credit note related posting
Hmm.
or reversal has to be done,
Hmm.
you follow certain metrics like or any executive can go and raise credit note, post credit note, send it to party, or
Oh. Hmm.
there is a checkpoint like up to this amount only you have to pass entry. Beyond that, somebody else will take care or manager only can do.
Hmm. Yeah. In a broad way, yes.
Yeah. So that also we can do inside CargoWise.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
on that I will send you one email.
Okay.
So then on we can actually proceed further.
Okay.
When are you planning to go live, or what is the actually plan at your end?
Yeah. Sanjeev will again discuss it. I think primarily 1st of July is what we are. Sorry, 1st of May is what we are looking at.
First May.
Yeah.
Okay, we have time right now.
Yeah. We have time.
So, do you have the login credential you have received from CargoWise?
I think something has been sent. I have not checked my. I don't think it has come to me, but it has been sent across. That is what I understand.
Yeah. If you share that, it would be in Excel form, I believe.
Okay.
If you can
Yeah.
share with our
So,
team, we can
yeah.
actually
Okay. So you'll need login credentials for who? For everybody?
go through.
Yeah.
Sanjeev ji, we are already have that login
Okay.
credential. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and yes, that is a
So you can
backend.
Survi, you can share with me.
Yes, yes. Sudama will share with you. There is one login on which we are working
Yeah.
on their test system to set up the system
Okay.
so that they will work. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Roland's login, right?
Yeah, Roland's. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then. So based
Uh,
on
you,
today's
you,
discussion,
yeah.
I will write email to you with standard chart of
Okay.
account already there in CargoWise,
Yeah.
and then we will proceed further for accounts and finance.
Okay. No problems. Couple of things I just wanted to ask you. One is there a
Yeah.
way to import bank statements directly into CargoWise from the bank? So does it connect? Do we have API connect to banks where we can pull statements from the bank accounts directly, or it has to be manually uploaded into the system? How do we do that?
Yeah, certain through API it can be done
Hmm.
but we need to check with the integration team.
Okay.
Okay, that
Hmm.
and certain format if bank is asking in certain format we'll need to check with the integration team.
Okay. But that is possible, right? to pull it?
That is, I think, possible through API, but CargoWise has not given such kind of facility, isn't it, Sanjeev ji?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need. That's why I'm telling that we need to check then comment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So presently, how do we need to import bank statements? It's import in CSV format.
No. Presently, what I have for other companies also. Suppose
Hmm.
any receipt or payment entry has to be made,
Hmm.
so we do it manually, okay,
Hmm.
and it appears on the bank reconciliation window.
Hmm.
We follow tick method.
Okay. So
Okay,
it is
what
that way.
happens? Yeah, it is
Yeah.
that way only. But what
Okay.
happens? Suppose certain entries have been imported and
Hmm.
account executives have passed the certain entries manually also,
Hmm.
receipt or payment
Hmm.
related
Hmm.
entry.
Hmm.
Now there will be chances of duplicacy, and on that cases it will become very tough to allocate those errors and those duplicate entries.
Hmm. So we don't have it at present, right? So we'll have to do this by the conventional way. You punch in the transactions and then tick whatever has been debited or credited to the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, no problems.
If there is any development, I will let you know.
Please.
Yeah.
A second was I wanted to ask you about the agent reconciliations. So, how can we do that in the system?
Agent reconciliation means can you describe?
Agent, so whatever transactions you have with different agents, so
Yeah.
typically you have a reconciliation between the debit and the credit on both sides to arrive at a consensus that what is payable and what is receivable. So,
Yeah.
is there any way we can do it in the system?
Means you are asking that entries have been passed, matched, and whatever balance is appearing in the outstanding.
Yeah, the way you will do a bank reconciliation, similar way. So typically, what happens is you have your own outstanding, and the agent gives you their outstanding, and then you cross
Okay.
off transactions, and then say this is what is net receivable and payable.
Yeah, that is there in. I have shown you know that we can directly even go to the matching window,
Yeah.
like you see here. I can directly go to the matching window, match all those transactions, and then out like suppose no entry is appearing. Okay, we can go match all those transactions, and whatever is the outstanding, we can go to report.
Hmm.
We can take out a report like here,
Hmm.
age outstanding report based on the period preview.
Hmm.
You see, for this party, suppose this is agent.
Hmm.
Whatever is the outstanding, it is showing here.
Hmm.
And suppose your agent also has given their statement.
Yeah.
So one can cross check from here, and
Yeah.
if any entry is missing, one can pass entry, match, and then
No, that I
uh,
agree. That I agree. But is there any way
yeah,
these can the statement be imported? can we do something, or it has to be a manual reconciliation?
No, it has to be manual right now.
Okay.
Because again there is an issue.
Hmm.
Suppose your
Hmm.
agent has given certain statement and
Hmm.
you have passed entry in CargoWise.
Hmm.
Now, if suppose we import,
Hmm.
then again there are certain chances of duplicate entries imported.
Hmm. No, but not posted. Okay, fine. But then, can we have the MBL numbers or the container numbers appearing on these outstanding statements? Can we pull those numbers here?
Yeah, wait. This For that we'll have to mention in the description.
Hmm.
Then tick here, show description.
Hmm. So, okay.
Just like here, see under description it is showing. We have to enter it so that in the report it will appear. And
Okay.
for there is this one was aged outstanding report. There is another
Hmm.
report, net ARAP, which I
Hmm.
believe you are referring to.
Yeah.
Net ARAP report, if I go there, if I go to configuration management, here you can see job number, house bill reference, all details are there.
Okay.
But it is
Okay.
there in net ARAP outstanding.
Okay.
Okay, let me
Hmm.
show you. Let me show you quickly. Like suppose I put the period
Hmm.
and go to configuration management, bring all those towards right so that it will appear in the report.
Hmm.
Preview, open in Excel,
Hmm.
and you can see here the account,
Hmm.
job number, MBL issue date, master number.
Hmm.
You see,
Hmm.
master information is there.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm. Okay.
that report is there.
Okay. One more thing, what goes out to an agent? Does the invoice go out to the agent, or is there some other document that goes out? So what is sent across to agent?
It
Uh,
totally depends. It totally depends. We
okay.
can actually we can actually create docpack inside CargoWise.
Okay.
Okay, and
Hmm.
in the docpack, suppose you want that agent should also receive the uh, house bill
Hmm.
document, invoice
Hmm.
document.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
any other documents. So we
Hmm.
can create docpack inside CargoWise, and it can be triggered or it can be sent manually to the agent.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because normally what happens is we send out an ACS to the agents.
Mm.
So there is a specific format. So
So
basically, that is what is exchanged between different agents, and the invoices are only underlying documents. So primarily, the reconciliations happen on the basis of an ACS.
So
in
it
ACS, what all documents are there?
So ACS is a summary of the transactions. primarily what has happened on a particular job. Yeah. Yeah, Surabhi.
Okay.
Hmm.
So Abhijit, for customs, you are using ACH statements.
No, it's not ACH. It is ACS.
Okay.
That is what we
Yes.
call. So
Oh,
it's like a statement, a summary statement on top of the invoices,
okay,
because
fine.
invoices are specific. Here, what happens is the receivable, payable, everything is laid out and sent to the agent, saying this is what is to be received and paid on a particular job. So it becomes easier for the agent to read it. So how does CargoWise deal with those kind of transactions, the agent transactions? Does a typical invoice go out to them? Because you can always raise an invoice for the receivable part. For the payable part, what do you do? So what kind of a communication goes to the agents? So
See,
just to
it,
give you an,
uh,
typically if there is a collect
you,
shipment coming in,
hmm,
where you have to pay a shipping line and then remit the money back to the, sorry, and collect the money from the agent. So there are two transactions. One is you are going to collect money from the agent and then go ahead and pay the shipping line. So these two transactions are embedded. Now SCS will give out both these transactions on the statement, and then that statement is
correct.
shared with the agent. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. In that case, ACS document, you can you share the format of the document
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
need to we need to check the feasibility. We have document customization team in
Okay.
place. They will
Okay.
based on the feasibility document can be
Okay.
and as I told you that docpack can be created in the system. So that
Right.
ACS kind of document we can actually customize in CargoWise and
Okay.
ACS plus the invoices or other documents can be actually docpack can be created and all those documents can be there and one can send to the agent.
Okay. Understood. But how does CargoWise by default deal with these transactions? A typical sales invoice goes out. How does it happen in CargoWise by default?
By default, sale invoice, suppose you need to uh, send the invoices to the overseas agent or to any of the client. Once
Hmm.
you post, once
Hmm.
you post that invoice,
Hmm.
okay, a window pops up. It
Hmm.
asks you to put in the uh, email IDs
Hmm.
and send to the party. Or
Yeah.
or once posted, if
Hmm.
it has been actually configured through workflow, once
Hmm.
posted it can directly be triggered to the destination.
Okay. Okay.
And same way once docpack is created, the docpack contains certain documents, set of documents and that can be sent also.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk more on it. I'll share the format for the ACS as well,
Yeah,
and then we'll talk more on this.
yes.
Okay. Fine. Nothing more from my side for the present. I will have some more questions for you once we discuss these other things. Then maybe we'll talk more on a variety of subjects.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
Okay. And for mapping also we'll have to communicate and we'll have to uh,
Yes.
do certain exercise so that your legacy system and CargoWise system is in parallels.
Right.
So no problem. We'll discuss later and I'll go to your login and then take out certain list of chart of account and we'll start from there.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me know when we have to interact. You send me that email and then I'll respond to it. And then we'll start with the rest of the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything
Fine.
else, Abhijit, or do you want any
Nothing.
other sessions?
I will like some sessions. Let
Like
Sanjeev
this
send out
is
that email, and then I think we can start off, with that exercise, because I'll have to understand a little bit more, and I'll need the help of Sanjeev as well for the mapping exercise, all those things. So we'll have that one channel open for doing
Yes.
all that work. And parallelly, I think we need to start with the training sessions for the team for them to understand how to start using the system.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
I am available on the schedules, whatever survey you need to actually advise how to
yeah.
Hmm.
proceed.
Surabhi, you are there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. So, Abhijit, this is just an overview of
Right,
account. How? So,
right.
in detail, training will be given in the later sessions. And before giving the training, there are certain implementation and setup of the system, which
Yeah.
Sanjeev and Sudama will coordinate with you and do the system setups.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay then. Anybody, any thought, any issue, any query?
I think no.
Okay.
My requirement will be like I would like to know about how to.
Not yet.
It will be regarding the GST and everything in India.
GST. So like okay.
Sachin,
Tejas.
let's take that
That
separately. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Because
Yeah.
that's
As of
for
now,
the Indian
we are
part. Yeah,
informed
this
for
is for the US
US
company. Yeah.
US confirmation.
So,
Okay then. Can we conclude the call now?
yeah, let's end the call. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay.